Hello everyone. I'm just gonna check because I've never done this before. Can everyone hear me? Or am I breaking up? I'm not really not sure. Okay, that's good. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay between broadcast and me actually doing it, so um, don't expect it to be instant. Okay, that's good. So, I'm quite bored because I've got tons of time to kill. So, I'm just gonna create a PowerPoint OS. I'm not really sure. I just did this very quickly. So, I guess if you have any suggestions or ideas, you can put them in the comment section or the live chat, and I'll hopefully be able to follow up with those. So, right, we need to think of a name for this operating for this PowerPoint OS. I'm not really sure what to call it. And let me think. Can't watch a stream because of my time zone. Oh, okay. Lightning. That's okay. Don't worry. You can. I think I will upload the stream later on, so that shouldn't be too bad. Oh look, I have an excellent connection. Haha. Thanks, YouTube. So let's get started. It's weird because I've never actually spoken in a live stream before. I'm almost kind of panicking because usually when you're recording a video, you get to determine when you want to scrap a recording or something. But here, whatever I say will be instantly broadcast. So apologies if I'm talking quite slowly. I'm just trying to get used to it. So let's think. I'm looking for kind of a background. So I'm going to do the Windows system and stuff first before I actually do the design. So the name won't be as important, but oh, I got some few suggestions. IluOS, that's quite a nice one. StormOS, yep, could do something like that. And quite by chance, where was it? There was a picture of a storm, I think, right here. I'm trying to see if there's any interesting photos. Now, I'm not sure if stock photos that they have like a Creative Commons license. I don't actually know, but I mean, this is just a little practice. It doesn't really matter. I don't usually create PowerPoint OSs just for fun and then scrap them afterwards. Usually, I work on the bigger projects instead, if you know what I mean. So this is quite different. OS map. That's a good one. Yeah. Did you see what I was going to do? I think I'm going to make a UI concept in Flash and turn it into a PowerPoint OS. That's a good idea. I would like to see that. Let's see. I swear I've already gone past that monkey. Okay, I think it's just looping, so I'm just going to have to choose one. It could be OrbitOS, but I've done OrbitOS. Done Lithium. I've exhausted all my ideas. I'm just okay. That looks alright. I don't know. These stock photos aren't really meant to be backgrounds because they have too much detail in them. That could be alright. That seems nice. I'm stuck to mountains. I always choose a mountain for some reason. I'll post a concept in the Discord. Okay, I'll have Discord open. So, my reaction watching the video, go. So I'm reading Discord at the same time. Search up nature. I could do. You know what? I'll do that later. I'm gonna change this to the background. Call this dollar background like that. Okay. Yeah, they are pretty mountains. Okay, so now these are going to be the applications. So I'm going to have to just draw them out. Oh, I forgot to choose a color scheme. Okay, right. I'm going to go for aspect. I love aspect. So in which case I could make this sort of metro, but I also want to make it quite old. I'm not sure. And I usually do dark themes, so I want to do something light themed. So I think I'm going to go for this kind of idea. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat now. I'll post can we do another 1 hour challenge in the weekend? Yes, we will. We will definitely do that. For different time zones, it'll be probably midday or something like that. Hi. Hi, Kat. Hi, Exion. Looks like what Ross would have done. Yeah, I guess it. Hello. Okay, it's just a lot of people saying hello. So I'm going to rename this to... Well, I don't know, what application should I create first? Should I go for the hardest one or the easiest one? Because usually the easiest is just to do Notepad. Yeah, I'll do Notepad. I mean, that's pretty obvious. So I'm gonna call it Note, and this is back. I'm not sure if we'll have I could have subsections. You're right. Note back. I'll have a double thing. So the third entry in this little array, once it's delimited, will be the elements. The middle one will be the section, and if it's blank, it will just be shown. And the first one will be the application. Okay. On which day? Sunday, I think, would be a good day. So I'm going to format shape. I might have to cut out some time during the stream, so if I just go offline suddenly, it's probably because I have to deal with something. So don't worry if that happens. I'm not dead. Okay, I'm going to do that. Now, Notepad wouldn't usually have a sidebar, but I want to make... Oh, no, I won't. Instead, I'll just have a thing at the top. I need to decide which one of these will be my accent color. I'm going to go for this one because, I mean, I'm probably not going to use that color. So I'm going to go to Design, Colors, Customize Colors, and change this one. Oh, that's a follow... Oh, no. Accent 6. There we go. I like a... What kind of color? Green would be good, but it doesn't really go with the... a muted green, a kind of purplish. That doesn't really go either. I think blue is fine. I'll go for blue. Pardon me. There we go. That looks right. Right, let me read the chat again. Sup, mates. I think I'll make my concept after the stream. Okay. Shouldn't be lol. What? I don't know what that refers to. Okay, so this is going to be the title bar. I'm going to call this Untitled Notepad. Hi, Galaxy Boy. How are you doing? And I'm also at the side going to have the close stuff. Okay, now for close, I will always use the multiply symbol. Multiply symbol. There we go. Oh, I should have done this in Windows 95 PowerPoint instead of having to make that complicated. Anyway, whatever. I need to create a minimize as well. There we go. So, I'm just curious, how many people are here? 13. Hello, 13 people. Right, that looks kind of... Wait, that looks kind of realistic. I could make this Windows 10. You know what? I could... Oh, I'm not sure. A better Windows 10, how about that? I'm going to have a slight margin on this. I need to name these shapes, don't I? So this will be head, close, max, min. There we go. Well, I'm not really going to make this Windows. I think it would be a non-Windows version Notepad. Hope we're not unlucky as 13. Yes. It's 12 now. Project, if you see this, read your DMs. Okay. I won't leak them right here. Okay. Right. Office 2010 works best. I use Linux, so I have to use Wine to run 2013. It's kind of buggy. Yeah. Thing is about PowerPoint, I wouldn't usually use PowerPoint. I would have used what's it called, LibreOffice. But if I open LibreOffice, hang on, I launched LibreOffice, not the specific program that I wanted to launch. Oh well. I'll just wait for it. But LibreOffice doesn't let you prevent the bypass of slides. Do you know what I mean? So if I go to kiosk here, that stops you from using your keyboard to bypass slides or without having to click the hyperlinks. But in LibreOffice, in Impress, there isn't such a feature. So that kind of, just that one little thing kind of ruins it for me, which is such a shame, because LibreOffice would be a good contender. So, close. It has a version of VBA, its own, called Libreoffice Basic. So if I show you, I don't know how to use it. It's a very complex a very complex object library, but it's quite interesting. So edit macros, and I made this one earlier. Enter your name, and it reverses it. So if I run that, enter your name, project, then it goes so it's very similar to VBA. You might recognize the syntax. I can't zoom in very well. So dim haha a string haha equals input box enter your name, new haha a string for I equals 1 to length haha, new haha equals new haha add mid. Yeah, so it's the same kind of functions, but as soon as you get into adding shapes and doing anything on the slide, then it doesn't actually you can't do anything with it. It's well, you can, but it's just really difficult. I can't work it out. I mean, these are all these objects. O controller, O page. Do these return objects, or do you have to set them to variables? I'm so confused, because I just copied and pasted this code. What's that do? Get X position doesn't exist. Oh well, that's great. This is the, at least in LibreOffice Basic you can have a look at the standard library out like this, or not all the object models that come with it even. But it's not as good as VBA. That you can't, you know, when you type in VBA and it shows you stuff. So I'm very bad at explaining this, but if I go into Visual Basic and I insert a new module, and I say dim as, and it will come up with all these things here, that kind of context menu sort of thing. That you can't get that in LibreOffice, so it's easy to mistype things, and the error handling isn't the best, but I could, if I learn it, have a go at it. That would be quite interesting. So that's a video for another time. I'm just going to close LibreOffice and not save the changes. Project LibreOffice. Oh yeah, somebody called themselves that on my Discord. Oh, I got a Discord notification. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Very inconvenient. Yeah, it is rather inconvenient, but maybe I'm just being stupid and being ignorant. I don't know. I'll give it a go. Now, I found a little bit of a limit to PowerPoint. I was going to do a closed loop system, which basically it checks your current mouse state against the previous mouse state, and let's say the previous mouse state was you're holding the left button down, and then the current mouse state is you're holding it up. That means that you have released the mouse, so it raises the events that way. But what happens is the code, it's on a loop, and it keeps running around to check what you're currently doing. But if you click, and you click before the loop has managed to go on to the next pass, it doesn't detect that you've clicked. So it's really that's kind of the limit of PowerPoint, how fast VBA can run. I mean, it is compiled to C, I think, but it isn't fast enough for constantly getting the API call. Maybe if I don't reference the API all the time. I'm not sure. But instead, I'm just going to do a bit like ZecOS, where you click to drag and then click again to stop dragging. Because although it's probably has a disadvantage, it's probably the easiest to do. Okay, are you guys making a PowerPoint OS too? Well, that's not a question for me. The reason LibreOffice Basic is so similar because both languages are based off Basic. Yes, that's right. Do you think you'll be updating or making new masterclass PowerPoint OS tutorial series soon? I was following the tutorial to drag the window and it didn't work. Yeah, lots of people, it didn't work for them. It's very, very tricky to follow, I do admit. So what I'm doing is I'm actually working on a mega tutorial. So it includes everything you want to know, want to know about PowerPoint OS in one single tutorial, and it kind of trains you up. So it trains you how to deal with errors and stuff like that, so you don't make mistakes and stuff like that. I use hyperlinks, so I'm not using code. I suck at coding. Coding isn't for everyone, okay? So don't. You can create just as beautiful OSs without code. There are a lot of designs that you can make. So anyway, I need to get on with this coding. So this is my notepad thing. Okay, I'm going to group this, call this notes, and then I need to do some coding. So I need to create a taskbar. I'll create one at the bottom. This isn't looking very nice as a OS, so I've got to make that a bit better. Should I use Office 2010? It's way less buggy. Well, any version of Office, really. Personally, I'd recommend the current Office, but if there's nothing wrong with running Office 2010. Versus 2013, I've never tried to run it on Wine or anything like that, so I don't know much about that. But it'd be quite interesting if I get my Linux computer to try and run PowerPoint. I just don't have a hard copy of Office, and I'm not going to crack it. I don't crack Office. Visual Basics for applications, more like non-Visual Basic for applications. How do I optimize 2013? I'm not sure. Lutris or compile Proton or play on Linux. Okay. Oh, hi, Animation Rudy Williams. How are you doing? Okay, so these are going to intersect, aren't they? No, oh god. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and then remove each thing. So it keeps everything. And then... Oh, wait, I'm creating windows, aren't I? I shouldn't create windows. No, never mind. I'm not going to do that. I don't know what it should look like. I need a logo. That'd be quite interesting. I mean, where's the visual part of VBA? Well, I'll show you the visual part of VBA. It's supposed to be this bit. So if you insert a user form, then you have this kind of stuff, and you can add stuff to it and whatnot. So that's kind of the visual element. But for applications means that you can use it in your application. So stuff like SolidWorks, it's basically like mini VBA, but stuff like SolidWorks, you can import VBA scripts. And it's just a language that goes in applications. LibreOffice also uses Python. VBS. What? There's no visual part of VBS. I disagree, but the language itself, it's just optimized to work with controls. The reason it's optimized to work with controls is because it's event driven. So, for example, behind the scenes, there's a lot of stuff, but you see all these events. Instead of you having to wait for the user to do something, that's more functional programming, it does it as soon as it detects that something has happened. And to do with the classes, this user form would be a class. I'm trying to work out how this class system works in programming. I'm still learning, but it's event-driven, meaning that things will happen if you put them inside one of these private subs, for example. And you don't have to keep checking for that to happen all the time. So that's why it's Visual Basic. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I need to create one of these icons. I don't know what to do. I'm really not sure. Okay, I might have to go back to those names. What should I call it? I need to scroll quite a bit back up. Storm OS, Illu OS. How about both of those? No, hang on. No, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm stuck. Alright, I'll just call it Storm OS. Thank you. Who was that? Oh god. Absender. And Dopey Skills OS map. Okay. Okay, I'll add that as one of the features, OS map. And thanks Absender for Storm OS. Storm X OS. Slither OS. That's a good one, Dopey. I'm just called Dopey. Anyway, making nicknames for people now. There we go. Storm X OS. Slither OS. Slither Storm. No. It's the trickiest part of creating a PowerPoint OS, in my opinion, is actually naming the thing itself. Okay, I'm going to settle on Storm OS. S for Storm. 3 DOS. What? Slightly confused. There we go. Well, that looks like a Storm Slither, doesn't it? There we go. Storm. Yeah, okay. That looks interesting. Right, I'm gonna group that, and then create an invisible version of it. By the way, if you hear a phone call, that I'll have to disappear. Anyway, there we go. Why have I made it yellow? I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. I'll decide if it's Storm Slithers. Oh, that's tiny. That's absolutely tiny. I need to make that bigger. The logo looks like a cut cabbage. That's correct. It does, doesn't it? I don't know. At least it captures the eye of the user. That's all I request. It does. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hi. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Nero. That's my new nickname. LAP. What is the OS name? Well, we're trying to think of something along the lines of Storm. Maybe Storm Slither or something like that. I don't know. Something odd. That looks like a storm and a mountain, really. So, I'm just going to pretend I knew what I was doing all along. Do you have ideas to make a logo project? Also, hi. Oh, yeah. I've already said hi. A logo. Well, this is going to be my logo here for the OS. I might change it because it looks, frankly, kind of ridiculous, but it's work in progress. SlitherOS/Storm. I want to make it SlitherOS. You know what? I could make it SlitherOS. I think that's a nice name. Okay. Oh, that looks horrible. I won't use that. Sorry if you suggest a name and it doesn't end up in the OS, but I don't know. I'll learn how to talk properly on a live stream. Right, here we go. I'm going to make it sort of Windows 10 technical preview kind of esque. Jetilo. Sorry if I don't pronounce this correctly. Jetilo Pape YouTube. Hi. Kevin Johnson. Do a curve start menu. Okay, so do you want me to do something like that? There we go. Should it have a little gap at the... Or should it just be aligned straight to there? I think it would be like that. I'm going to make it quite a subtle curve, only because if I make it too strong, it kind of sends everything out of balance. This is too light. It needs to be darker, I think. Or I could have it black. No, that... Ooh, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know whether to make it blue or not. Honestly, don't know. I'll have the items blue. How about that? How's PowerPoint Windows 9 doing? Did I give up on it? Frankly, I think I did. Yeah. But I could always go back to it. I don't know why I didn't continue with that. I'm kind of kicking myself for that. Okay, I could work on that in the next live stream. I'm quite new to doing live streams, if you can't tell already. Good night, Lightning. Sorry to keep you awake with my live stream. I should have chosen a better time, to be honest. Oh well. Blue. Okay, that good. Okay. Instead of just adding a few applications, I'm going to actually make this more of a dedicated start menu. The Windows 95 Windows 9 PowerPoint looked cool. Ah, thanks. Yeah, you know what? I could go back to that. I'm not sure. But now I've started on this, I can't really. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I should blur this. If it is because you need a break, then take one. It's alright. I don't need a break at the moment. I'm going strong at the moment. Hi, I am Brazilian. Nice. Is that from the Portuguese... No, the Portuguese community. I'm going to work on... Or from, like, the PPT Games community as well. I'm going to work on my PowerPoint OS Forge OS. Nice. How many years have learned to make PowerPoint OS? Well, I did answer this in my Q&A, but I don't mind. I started in 2018, so about 2 to 3 years, I'd say. Okay, hang on, I've just been messaged. Anyway, I have a question. How late do you stay up? That's quite topical. At the moment, I usually, well, about this time, really. I mean, I think I'm meant to be in bed. Okay, if you need to go to bed, you don't have to watch my live stream, okay? If you need to go to bed, go to bed. I don't want to be responsible for people not going to bed. That sounds so weird. Okay, so I'm gonna hide all this because this is gonna get in the way of my Windows system. I failed on that, I think, so I'm just gonna hide that, pretend it never happened. Now I'm going to create a new button. Hang on. Oh, I'm just undoing everything now. That was supposed to be pro move. Okay, this one's gonna start. This one's gonna launch Notepad. Live is great. Yes. I can't seem to get the browser working in Windows 95 PowerPoint. Yeah. Lots of people. I may as well do this now. Actually. Lots of people seem to not have COM compatibility on their computer, which is quite strange. I'm not sure how this kind of works. I only know it for certain versions of Windows, so this is quite interesting. Yeah, so what you're supposed to do is, originally I just gave a direction on my computer, but that was a bit stupid. I should have told them to search for, if you go Control F and search for bracket 88, then you keep going, keep pressing F3 until you end up with, yeah, I probably shouldn't have, keep going. Yeah, maybe this is not the best method. Just compatibility. Compatibility. The reason it's automatically disabled is for security reasons. Yes, that's correct. So originally it uses IE4, which is Internet Explorer 4, which is very, very buggy, and you're right, it's very, very easy to exploit. But there's a way of that Zulo taught me to override that with Internet Explorer 11. I'm not sure how less buggy Internet Explorer 11 is, and I have the feeling Microsoft's just gonna ditch it afterwards. Oh. Why have I got Chinese characters there? Okay, well that's interesting. Sorry. Where I was like, yeah. I'm not sure if that makes it any better. So, the future is looking pretty bleak for web browsers in PowerPoint OS. But, oh well. We need to find a better way. Most sites on IE11 are unsupported. Yeah, that's right. YouTube is very slow to load. Yeah, that is a problem. Honestly, I don't know how. I'll look into it the best I can. Zulo said he has a Chromium browser, which would be massive relief. But if we can't if that has to work on a plugin or something, or an add-in or something, then we might have to just code our own JavaScript into compilers. That would be ridiculous. I think Zulo has the exact key for it. Okay, if he does, then that's good. Has your channel grown fast? Yes, it has, I think. Oh, I just launched a new channel, Project Percussion. It's going to put all my music and stuff on that. Let me see. If I go into analytics, I can have a look. Anyway, I'm getting very, very sidetracked. I'm gonna get cracking. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna have an invisible cancel thing, which will cancel the movement. I'm gonna put this in the middle. No. Why is that not snapping to grid? Anyway, it doesn't matter. 100%. I'm gonna call this cancel. Internet Explorer is dead. I would almost agree. I think they're going to pull the plug on it. Okay. Now I need to do some coding. So, I'm going to create a module. I'm going to rename this API. Okay, here's my if VBA 7 then else and if. So declare function. Actually, I need to put that in the other one. Declare function get cursor position library user 32 I'll point as mouse as long. Now, I wouldn't just saying I won't be able to live stream that often because this is just specifically an arrangement that has let me to live stream. I'm going to subscribe right now. Thanks. I love your music. Thank you so much. Windows 8 PowerPoint. Zulo was doing that, so I can't really do that. macOS PowerPoint I want. I don't actually have macOS. I don't want to create macOS in PowerPoint without knowing, without appreciating the beauty of macOS, because I've never used it. And there's also LacOS going on, so I don't want to steal their thunder. I don't understand this code. I haven't done much, to be honest. You learn a macro watching a tutorial. I wonder if PowerPoint 10 is still being made. What do you mean? Hang on, I just need to... and then also get system metrics. By value, this has to be. IL info as integer, or is it long? I can't remember. Oh well, I'll find out. Oh, someone deleted a message. I wonder what that is. How can I actually get good at writing this stuff? What do you mean? Can we follow you projects? If you want, you can copy my code. I mean, I don't mind. It's PTR safe. Oh, why do we have to do this? I really don't understand why we have to do all that. Project, thank you for your videos on YouTube. I'm very big fan and I have syndrome of Asperger and I'm very, very happy your videos. Thank you. Oh, Retro Anarchy, thank you so much. And more than a pleasure to create them. Oh my god, there's so much going on in chat. Hang on, where was I? Can we follow you project? I meant Windows 10 PowerPoint. Yes, I was going to work on that. Ooh, Ubuntu PowerPoint OS. That is a good idea. Nero, sorry if I don't pronounce that right. I'm very bad at reading names that I don't recognize. What are you stare? What? macOS PowerPoint is... Do you do projects in... Oh, you're talking to... Okay. I'm so confused when I'm reading out these. PTR. And then I need to create a type mouse. Left pause as long, top pause as long. I sent you thing on Discord. Oh, I have a look at that. So I'm just checking my server for a bit. Spam rage chat. Okay. Okay, back to this. So I need to now create a mouse module or cursor module. Property get left position and dim cursor as a mouse. Get project. How do you write good VBA? How do I write good VBA? Well, in codes, I suppose there is a measure for how good your code is, but I don't know. I don't think my code is very good, if you know what I mean. I'm still learning everything, so I wouldn't just copy from me. How did you... no problem if you don't spell my name good. I don't have a problem. Okay, that's fine. Also, I realised I forgot the I. Okay. Oh, Multiverse Media Group. Hi. Want to let you know I'm working on a PowerPoint OS called DerpyOS 95. That's really cool. Group I co-founded. That'll be cool. I'll have a look out for that. Cursor and then right. So get system. I'll tell you what get system metrics does. So this gets your monitor width and height, or information about your monitor and stuff. So in which case, left position equals, I think it is cursor dot left position divided by, and in brackets, can't remember which way around it is, get system metric. I'll just find out. Can't be bothered to do the maths. 0 active presentation dot slideshow window, no, dot slide master dot width. Now we can test this. Oops. Message box left position. Is that correct? 553. Yay! That actually works. So this just converts pixels to points, really. I'm going to do the same thing here. Top position. Get system metrics 1 dot height. And that's that done. Should I watch the base OS tutorials first, then the Windows system? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a whole from scratch PowerPoint OS tutorial. So, as I said before, I'm just going to create a mega tutorial. So you can, if something's too easy for you, you can skip to later in the tutorial. For now, I would, if you're familiar with creating PowerPoint OSs, then I wouldn't bother. But if you want to learn the Windows system, it's quite a big jump, so I don't see why you can't just go straight into it. But I for the first time, I would actually not recommend watching my my Windows system tutorial. That's kind of embarrassing. Okay. So now we have the left and top position. Oh, by the way, in half an hour I'm going to end the stream, probably. I don't know. I'll see, because I probably need to get up in the morning. There's a lot of OS that you may or may not have heard before. It would be a good video maker for some of those OS. Okay. Right. I keep moving my window and not doing anything. Oh no, I just Oh, that, you know when you shake the window and everything minimizes. I just did that. That's annoying. Right, let's actually launch some stuff. So I'm going to create a subroutine in Windows called Windows, and this is going to launch something. So sub launch window name as string, and then it will copy from slide 2, right? So hang on, we need to get the current Windows. So that would be how am I going to do this? So I need to create a slide object for each of these. So those are slide 1 and 2. Slide 2 will contain all the open apps. So for I equals 1 to slide 2 dot tags dot count. Dim inst jar if Okay, sorry if I haven't spoken for a while. I'll try and explain what this does. So I'm going to find out how many of... So let's say I insert a notepad window here, and I insert another one and another one. I need to make sure each element here is a different name from the equivalent element in the other windows. So I need to give them instances, instance names. So that code right there will check how many launched windows of the same type there are, and then increment a counter for that. So inst count equals inst count plus 1. So that will have all the instances. And then I need to do slide 2.shapes name dot copy slide 1.shapes dot paste with slide 1.shape. Right, now I'm going to check chat again. Oh wow, there's a lot. Okay, should I watch... Oh no, hang on, there wasn't a lot. My mum says I have to zzz, but I'll come back and sneak onto the phone. Lap, you don't have to do that. Don't feel like you have to watch my videos, don't worry. My live stream stuff. Feel like I'm gonna fall asleep by watching you code. I never thought coding could have been so soothing to watch. Thanks. I thought you were gonna say boring. I want to learn to create an operational system with macros equals a real operational system. A real OS. So, right, I want to make it clear that this is obviously nothing like creating an actual operating system. There's no way one person could create an actual operating system. And if they could, it would take them ages. This is very high level, which means it's running on top of PowerPoint, which is running on top of C, which is Windows, which is running on top of PowerPoint, which is running on top of VBA, which is running on top of Windows, which is running on top of C, which is running on top of assembly, which is running on top of machine code. So there's lots of layers, but it's quite... look at my message. Which one? You know what? I'm going to make an OS concept. The stream will be background noise. Okay. You're using Google Translator. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Oh, hang on. Oh, I see. That's too... Sorry, I'm done. Okay. Right, so let me go back to this. Yeah. Exactly, Cat. It is... That's why I put in my stream name, making a live PowerPoint quotes OS. There we go. How do you get selection projects? How do you mean? Oh, do you mean this selection pane? Oh, okay. What you need to do is you go to Home, Select, Selection pane. Oh, I just closed it. There you go. Right, I'm going to go back to this. So this copies it. This pastes it on the slide, so it adds it to the slide, and then this modifies the shape that's just been pasted. So we're going to go for I equals 1 to dot group items dot count, so it will loop through every group item. Dot group items I dot name equals that and itself, so equals inst count and itself. Then it needs to add itself to the table of contents. So slide2.tags dot add. It was value, wasn't it? So name, and then value is going to be name and inst count. Right, okay. How to get... You are not my father. Okay. How many code language do you know? So, I don't only program in VBA, but I'm kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. So I know... I could recognize the syntax of several languages, but like Python, I know a little bit of C++. Add a little bit of C as well. A little bit of JavaScript, but hardly any. To be honest, it sounds like I don't know anything really. I know VB script, but that's very similar to VBA, so there's not much there. But, whoops, what have I just done? Okay. Yeah, I do, and VB.NET is my primary language that I code in. I don't know why, I'm very comfortable with that kind of syntax. But I do a lot in VB.NET. Oh, hi, PowerPoint Games. How are you doing? Right, so that will add it there, and then... Oh, then I need to ungroup it. And after that, I have launched a window. Creepypasta. Okay. Okay. CEO Multiverse Media Group. I arrived now, indeed. Me Snickle on phone. Right. Okay. Sub XD launch window note. Oh, hi Jake. How you doing? XD. Okay. Macros VBA. Fair enough. Oh, this thing is in the way of it, of course. Okay, so now this should... Yay! Oh. Okay, that's great, isn't it? 0 note, 1 note. It got stuck on 1 note. Oh, that's a shame. So what happened here? This is interesting. So this bit works, right? Oh, hang on. Okay, so when I delete stuff, it doesn't register that I've deleted stuff. So I can't see what's going on in this because tags are invisible. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm just learning how to stream. I'm Brazilian, but I can speak English too. Nice. Just check my Discord. Okay, seems pretty good. Right, I've got about 20 minutes before I need to end the stream, but I think I can get quite a lot done here. So I'm going to work out what the hell's gone on here. So if I launch again, okay. I equals 1 to slide tags.count. Interesting, okay. I get it. I didn't increment the count by 1. Okay. Inst count equals inst count plus 1. I'm so stupid. Right, here we go. This should work. Right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No? Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, well that's depressing. Let's try again, see what the hell's going on. Someone visit my channel, please. Okay. Can't do that at the moment, though. There's only 1 tag, apparently. That can't be right. So that should add a tag. Oh, I see. Okay, this needs to be a different name. Right. Let's give this a go. 2 notes. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes! Haha. That actually works. Okay. So now I've done the adding of the windows. Now I have to move them about. So I need to create a dim mvlp as boolean, and that's gonna be able to toggle that. I need to create a sub start drag. If you have time, visit my channel and go to watch the videos he's talking about the PowerPoint subjects. Okay. And then sub cancel. Now cancel will stop the dragging, and start will do the dragging. So while mvlp wend, I must never forget do events, otherwise it will crash, and I would have done all of this for absolutely nothing. That reminds me to save. And then this is going to be control. Doing this quite quickly. Shapes, slides. Okay, bye PowerPoint games. .textEffect.text. Now, interesting enough, I found an alternative to .textFrame.textRange.text. I think just having textEffect.text is easier to type out. Equals timer. Then, during dragging of the window, it will set the X offset and Y offset. Okay, so I need to dim X off, Y off as boolean. Boolean? What? Single. This will need to be cell shape. Okay, so this is getting to the level of complexity that I can't really do it and explain what I'm doing at the same time. Oh well. So this is why I have so many takes on doing the Windows System tutorial, because I couldn't work out how to not make mistakes plus be able to explain what I'm doing. So I need to practice this a bit more, and every time I do it, I have a different way of doing it. So the X offset is equal to where your cursor is in subtract the header here. So if I grabbed it here, then you'll see there's a difference between my cursor position and this, and you need to maintain that as you drag the window. So that's what X off and Y off are for. So X off equals cursor dot left position subtract cell dot left, and Y off. Oh, my tablet's just about to run out of power. Equals cursor dot top position subtract cell dot top. So now that I've set that, I need to. Oh no! Now I need to group the shapes. Okay, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to ungroup them here. I'm just going to leave them as they are. And I'm going to set the name. Dot name equals name and that and inst count. There we go. Right, so when I select a window, I need to create a select window macro. This is silly. Select window, cell as shape, slide 1 dot tags dot add cell win, value is cell dot name. So that means, okay, I'll see you in 1 minute then. With slide1.shapes, slide1.shapes.tags. No, not dot shapes, dot tags cell win. Its left is equal to cursor dot left position. Subtract the x offset. And its top is equal to cursor dot top position. Subtract the y offset. And finally on cancel, mvlp equals false. And mvlp needs to be set to true. Right, okay. That was a lot. Hi, Logos. I'm going to be back in 1 minute. Okay. Good morning. For me, it's almost night time, but oh well. Right. This macro needs to be select window, I think. Oh, okay. That needs to be select window, and close needs to be cancel. And then if it's a currently selected window already, then so if tag cell win equals cell.name, then else. This is night, silly, and not day. There are different time zones. Start drag cell. Right, okay. That does that, and then shapes. Oh, slide one. I'm nearly done, by the way. I'm just going to test this in a minute. Dot shapes. Close. Dot MSO bring to dot Z order. MSO bring to front. And also dot visible equals true. And okay, bye Nero. I'll see you later. Okay, we've got 10 viewers now. So I'm going to stop this in 13 minutes. And hopefully I'll be done by then, and we can have a look at it. And then once it's stopped, so false. Okay, blimey, that took a long time. Let's try and see if this actually works. I'll be surprised if it does, but if it does, then good. Let's see. Oh. Look at that. Okay. That does most of it. Oh, it needs to be the parent object. I see. So I'm resizing the wrong thing. Right. Split. And it splits it on this. 0. And are you going to send the code? Yeah, if you want, I can send the code. It's a very bad code. I didn't do this very well, but oh well. Oh, I don't need to do that. What am I doing here? When I add a window, I need to add that properly. Okay. If I just do this, Yeah, that would work. Could you put these in the description when you release the video? I'll put the download to it, yes. Oh, now this doesn't even work. What doesn't work now? Does work. Okay. Oh, I see. Let's try that again. There's a cancel thing in the way. There we go. Why does it do the same thing? That's so annoying. Note/9, right? So it should be moving. What? Oh, I see. How about cell.parent .name? What about that? Okay, not parents. Parents something else, isn't it? Dot parents group. Can you make a macro concept or something else? So what do you mean by a macro concept? Damn it. Okay, well this doesn't work. Select window. I presume this is why it doesn't work. Cell.parentGroup.name. What? That should work. Oh, I don't even know anymore. Sub select win slide one.shapes. Let's try passing it this argument, and specified value is out of range. What does it mean? Specified value is out of range. How about just parents? Oh? That worked. What? Okay. Well, I'm not complaining. So, why isn't that working? So, if it is equal to them. Oh. I need to add this here as well. What an idiot. Okay. Now there's something wrong here. Slide 1 not found in the shapes collection. You're kidding. Slide 1 not found in the shapes collection. That makes 0 sense. Dot value? How about that? Type mismatch. Well, of course. Slide 1 is my favorite shape. Okay. Message box slide 1 dot tags. Oh, we're almost getting there. Tags Selwyn. Come on. Okay. So it's literally cell.parent.name is that. What? Okay, I'm just gonna have to so 9 note back. So when you add a new thing, it has to be, yeah. Okay, I know what to do. I know what I've done wrong. So name and oh, forgot something. Ampersand. Okay. That was very silly of me. Split cell.name. It's gonna find this. Is that a back? Did I use a backslash or a forward slash? Okay, I used a forward slash. I shouldn't have used slashes at all. So that isn't it 0 slash, or is it the other way around? Okay, so that bit, and then the second bit. By the way, this is not how you should code a Windows system. And then I need to split that on these, and that's the first one. Right. That looks really hideously complicated, but I'm going to presume that that works. It's a stretch, I know, but I need to first of all launch a new window. I knew it. Right, what's gone wrong this time? Cell windows no. Oh, I didn't join them with a. Okay, that's not bad. That's just a small mistake. This might actually work. So as you can see, the programmer's frustration is always counteracted by the reward of stuff actually working. Okay, there we go. I don't know how it took me so long to do this, but there we go. Movable windows. And then, okay, this moves a different one. That's a different problem. Let's just ignore that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are they all called Note 9? Why are they all called Note 9? That makes no sense. No lag, yes, that's correct. Because I have hardly any shapes there, that's probably why. So when I launch a window, count 9, okay. Okay, then why are there still 9? Nah, I give up. Thanks. Okay, well, I think I've messed this up, but I've not messed this up, if that makes sense. I have one moving window. That's got to be something. I tried to run Windows 95 PowerPoint and it crashed during the setup. Might be how crappy my PC is. It might be how crappy my coding is. If you want, you can DM me and I'll have a look at it. Right, I'm going to save that. Yeah, it is something. Okay, so we've got 1 minute before we end the stream. If you want, you can listen to the music that I'm just going to put up, or you can just leave. But I've got to get to bed now. So thank you everyone to the the peak 18 people who are watching, and now 11 people. And I will see you hopefully in the next stream, which probably won't be as long, but it'll be something. It crashes during the background personalization. Okay, I don't know. No problem, everyone. Before you go, okay. Bye, Animation Rudy Williams. Before you go, I'll just wait a little bit. Meanwhile, I could be checking Discord. Not much going on. Okay. For the tutorial on an OS, yeah. Bye, Jake. Bye, Hexy. You know what? I'm gonna go off the air, but I can type in chat as well to answer your question. The code is broken when you run it. It says object required. Even when the object it works. Okay, if you want, it has worked before or not. Okay, that's interesting. If you want, you can contact me on Discord and I'll have a look at it. I may not have enough time all the time to do everyone, but hi Lap. We're just ending the stream. But yeah. Okay, so some project music for you, and I'll see you all later.